Yes, my dear friend, welcome back to the channel. A very good morning to you, my dear friends, around the globe, on the continent of Africa, in Europe, in America, Canada, Australia, right here in Asia, Southeast Asia, Malaysia to be precise, dear friends, wherever you are. It is Saturday morning to you. Very, very good morning to you all around the globe. Dear friends, it is Chelsea game tonight. Early hours game. Yes, the game is going to be kicking off very early. Well, it is Leicester City. Our own coach, his former club. His former club. Chelsea playing against Leicester. Yeah, at their home or in their home. Chelsea traveling to Leicester, and the game, don't expect that game to be an easy game. No. Don't ever think it's going to be easy. It's going to be a tough one for Chelsea. Oh yes, dear friend, I'll be going to the preview of the game very soon, in few minutes. But quickly, the only absentee within our playing squad, our playing body right now, is Captain Reece James. Captain Reece James. We understand he's injured, and how the injury came about again, whether in training or whatever, we are not too sure. But the breaking news is that Reece James is set for a scan. He is set for a scan today, Saturday, over a new hamstring injury, with the player described as devastated. The club are doing everything they can to support him. Now, why the delay in the scan? We understand that there's a delay in the scanning to ascertain the extent of the injury. And this is the reason. It is believed that some swelling, it is believed that there's a swelling around the hamstring. And that is why Chelsea decided to wait a while before doing the scan. It is believed that some swelling around the hamstring prevented Chelsea from fully scanning until Saturday, which is today. So hopefully the scan will be done today, and they will now ascertain the extent of the injury. Dear friend, that is on Reece James. It is really a sad news. The player is unhappy about it. People around him, they are not really happy. It is not a good news for Reece James as at now. Many of us would have thought that Reece by now should be available for our games ahead. But it looks like, I remember our last game against Arsenal, he did not play. He did not play. So I just can't, well, it is one of those things. Quickly, before we go to the preview, let's start Chelsea preview right now. Enzo Maresca speaking at a press conference to the press. He made a in-house press. Yes, this is in-house speaking. He said, on Nicolas Jackson, some of us, we doubt Nicolas Jackson's ability. From day one, I have always supported a young man. I know that guy can become the best. The best. In fact, the rate at which Jackson is performing and growing and developing, I know that a time will come when you will agree with me that yes, indeed, this guy is a prolific striker. He's still developing. You see, Enzo Maresca speaking, he said, Nicolas Jackson is helping us a lot in the way we want to play. He's doing fantastic. Everyone at the beginning, no one expected this from Nico. Our coach says that no one actually expected Nicolas Jackson to come this good. From the very beginning, no one expected him to come this good. He said goals, assists, the way we want to press, he's always aggressive, always there. He's doing fantastic. Jackson is doing fantastic. This is coming from our head coach on Nicolas Jackson. You see, if you look at the Premier League right now, the only striker that I can pinpoint in the Premier League that maybe, I will not even say doing better than Jackson, but maybe on par or something, Isaac or Haaland. But when it comes to the work rate of the player, Jackson is far above them. When it comes to the work rate, a player that comes to the midfield to help the midfield to press. When it comes to that, Jackson is far ahead of them. But goal scoring, we already know the threat of Haaland, and we know Isaac. Yes, these are the only two strikers in the Premier League currently that I can say can compete or are at the same level with Nicolas Jackson, dear friends. Well, before we move to the preview proper, dear friends, I know you are waiting for the preview. It's going to be interesting. Manchester United women manager. You know, we have our next game. So the women, our ladies are facing Manchester United ladies in the coming days. And look, it looks like any team that our ladies are facing, any team that our ladies are facing, they always think twice. Because Chelsea ladies, they are on fire. They are on fire. Our ladies are on fire. They are scoring goals left and right. Manchester United women manager Mark Skinner on facing Chelsea. This is what she has to say. This is what he has to say. He said to say it a must win against a team who have not lost a game and who have played the way they have. I think it's just a bit overreaching. I think it's just a bit overreaching. He continued, he said, it's a want to win. It's a want to win, for sure. But this is the hardest task in probably Europe right now. The hardest task probably in Europe right now is to beat Chelsea ladies, to win against them. That is the hardest task in Europe right now, according to the coach of Manchester United women. He said, we know what we are going to face. We know what we are going to face, ladies and gentlemen. We know what we are going to face. Well, the truth of the matter is that our ladies are on fire. And if you are a club owner or you are a manager in any team facing them, you have to be careful. You have to be careful. All right, now let's get to our preview. Leicester City Chelsea. Leicester City Chelsea preview. Yes, kicking off the return of the Premier League. Yeah, kicking off the return of the Premier League. Early kick-off, 12:30 p.m. UK time. I think in Africa, in Ghana should be 12:30 as well. But in Nigeria, it should be 1:30 kick-off. Yeah, that will see Enzo Maresca reunite with his former club. With his former club in the top flight at the first time of action last season. And his successor, who is Steve Cooper, we already know him. I love Steve Cooper so much, he's always smiling. Steve Cooper is on track to keep them in the top flight. The way they are playing good football. Steve Cooper is actually doing a great job after Enzo Maresca left them. Now, match preview. What sort of reception Maresca is going to be receiving in King Power Stadium? Well, we wait to see. We wait to see actually. But you see, there are faithful fans. Leicester fans are faithful fans. And I hope that they will give their former head coach a well-deserved welcome. Yes, a well-deserved welcome. The 44-year-old style of play did not sit well with every Leicester fan whilst he was in charge. But he still won the games that are needed to be won, that he needed to win, and he brought them back from relegation into the Premier League. However, Maresca has been working his managerial magic right now as we speak with Chelsea, and things seems to be clicking for him. So, and right now as we speak, remember Enzo Maresca's Chelsea are top. They are third on the league table. Chelsea, we are third in the Premier League currently. So who says that he's not doing a great job? He left Leicester, even though some of the fans were not really happy with his work rate, but he brought them back to the Premier League, and Chelsea went for him. Now he's taking Chelsea to the third on the table. Well, dear friends, Chelsea's ambitions have been harmed slightly by a run of just one victory from their last 4 Premier League matches. Yes, the last 4, we lost to Liverpool, draw with United, draw with Arsenal. Yeah. Although there are 3 winless games, Chelsea 3 winless games in that sequence came against Manchester United, Liverpool and Arsenal. The latter of whom were undone by a fine Pedro Neto leveler in a 1-1 draw on match day 11. So we drew against Arsenal drew against Manchester United, and we lost against Liverpool. Yes. Dear friends, coincidentally, Arsenal were the last team to shut Chelsea out of the Premier League away fixture back in April. Since that 5-0 Emirates embarrassment, the Blues have scored in 8 successive top flight matches on the road. Talking about away games, yes, on the road. And 12 goals scored on their travels. 12 goals scored on the road. Means that this season, our away games, we always win our away games. We never have not lost an away game yet this season. We've not lost an away game yet. I mean, in the past 5 games, we've not lost an away game in the past 5 games. You see, the West London Giants, we are the Giants of West London, have traditionally struggled to pick up where they left off after hiatus. After international break, we normally struggle to pick up. Though as we won just one of the last 7 games, immediately after international break, Chelsea won just 1 out of 7 immediately after international break. Can we break that jinx by winning this time around? The last 7 international breaks, we won just once when returning from internationals. And that victory, guess what? That victory, well, you see, now, Leicester, when it comes to Leicester City, dear friends, they are a different breed altogether. The head coach, Cooper, has been tasked to keep Leicester afloat in the Premier League. He's been tasked to keep Leicester afloat in the Premier League, not to be fighting relegation. After Maresca took the forces back from the championship, Cooper is succeeding in that quest. He's indeed succeeding in keeping them afloat. So far, even if the result against Chelsea didn't go their way, they will still not be scared of any, relegation threat. Winless in all tournaments since their unforgettable late triumph over Southampton in October, Leicester have fallen to Manchester United twice, once in the EFL Cup, then Nottingham Forest, and very nearly Ipswich Town, whom they cruelly denied victory with virtually the last kick of the contest. However, a tally of 10 points from 33 on offer is good enough for 15th place in the Premier League table. Yes, 10 points out of 33 that was expected of them is good enough to keep them on 15th place on the league table. 3 clear points of Crystal Palace, on the table right now, dear friends. All right, as Chelsea make the next move to secure or to make the 3rd place permanent, at least for now, King Power or Leicester City, they'll be fighting to climb up the ladder on the table. Chelsea will be fighting to cement his place on that 3rd position. Remember, that 3rd position we are, for me, is like a camouflage. Because there are about 4 or 5 teams that are on the same position with us. The only difference is Chelsea have a higher goal difference. Goal difference is what put Chelsea on 3rd. But the 4th place team, which is Arsenal, 5th place team, 7th place, they are all on the same the same points. All right? But Leicester will be fighting to climb up the ladder to avoid going further down. Furthermore, right now as we speak, Yuri Tillman, who is their main star right now. Well, let me leave that for now. Let me leave that for now. You see, Leicester City Premier League form, currently as we speak, lost, win, lost, draw, lost. They've won 2 out of a possible 6 in the last 6 games. Leicester City won 2. Yes, in the Premier League, they won 2 out of a possible 6. They drew 1 and lost 3. They lost 3. That is their current Premier League form. It's the last 6 Premier League games. They won 2, drew 1, and lost 3. Now, In all competitions, the last 6 games in all competitions, they won 2, lost 3, and drew 1. The same thing. But Chelsea's Premier League form currently, yes, Chelsea's Premier League form currently is amazing. Is it? Chelsea won 2, drew 3, and lost 1. The last 6 games, Chelsea won 2 in the Premier League, drew 3, and lost 1. I said amazing because these games were against top 4 teams, non-top 4 teams. Chelsea's lost against Liverpool, it's expected. Our draw that we play against United and Arsenal is expected. It wasn't a loss, so it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Now, Chelsea's form in all competitions, last 6 games, including the Conference League, last 6 games, Chelsea won 3, lost 1, and drew 2. Won 3, lost 1, and drew 2. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Chelsea's form currently. Now, team news. Before I let you go quickly, it is team news. The Stamford Bridge Medical Room has welcomed back our captain, Reece James. As Enzo Maresca, our head coach, confirmed that Reece James has picked up a small hamstring injury, which I spoke on earlier on. He is the only player that is out of the squad currently. Romeo Lavia is okay, though we had a scare of hamstring against Arsenal, but he's okay and he's part of the squad. Cole Palmer, Jadon Sancho, Levi Colwill are all back to training and they are ready for tonight or this afternoon's game. In addition, Wesley Fofana and Malo Gusto, they ought to be given the all clear after withdrawing from their respective international teams. If you put all this together, Moise Caicedo is back. He came back early. Enzo Fernandez also came back early. Both had trainings on Thursday and Friday. So there's a full squad available for Enzo Maresca to choose from, in exception of Reece James. Now, Leicester, they on the other side have a bigger challenge. Leicester confirmed that their attacker, Abdul Fattah, suffered an ACL injury while on duty with Ghana and is expected to miss the remainder of the season. Abdul Fattah sustained an injury playing for Ghana and he is expected to miss the remainder of the season. That is too bad for Leicester City, too bad for the young chap as well, and too bad for the Ghana national team, because for the next 3-4 months, you will not be able to play for Ghana. Fattah is just one of the 5 attacking concerns for Saturday's or today's host, who are also sweating over Jamie Vardy back injury, Bobby De Cordova, Ray, Achilles injury, and Jordan Ayew. Jordan Ayew also an injury from the Black Stars camp in Ghana, but he is expected to be assessed later. That was, yesterday, to know whether he's recovered or will be available for tonight's game. Jordan Ayew, yes, it has a knee problem. And then Pat Sendaka, also ankle. It's also ankle injury. Only Ricardo Pereira, Ty, and Jakub Solakzic ankle are definitely missing through injury for the Foxes. So all these players I mentioned earlier on, they are all going to be assessed to know their condition. But Ricardo and Jakub, they're definitely missing through injury for Foxes. Ladies and gentlemen, now, before I go this morning, it is your breakfast. Predicted lineup. Yes, especially Chelsea. Let me predict Chelsea lineup. What I expect to see in the lineup this very afternoon. I expect Sanchez to mount the goalpost as usual. Wesley Fofana, Levi Colwill, Mike Cucurella, all in a lineup. Yes. Wesley Fofana, Malogusto, Levi Cowell, Mark Cucurella. I will expect them all to start the game tonight or this afternoon. Moise Caicedo and Romeo Lavia, double pivot, are also expected to start the game. Now, in attack, Cole Palmer, yes. Pedro Neto, yes. These two I expect them to start with Nicolas Jackson up front. There is one play that is left out. And I will opt for who? I will opt for Christopher Nkunku to start the game against Leicester. That means that I will expect Pedro Neto to play the left wing, Jackson playing on the right wing, and Christopher Nkunku as the number 10. Christopher Nkunku as the number 10 with Jackson heading the attack. That is a little trick I'll bring into this game. Dear friends, that is my expected lineup. I want to see Christopher Nkunku playing tonight or this afternoon in the game. So therefore, I'm placing him playing number 10. Cole Palmer moving to the right side, Pedro Neto the left side of the field, and then Nicolas Jackson heading the attack as usual. Dear friends, let me hear from you in the comment section what you think about my predicted lineup. I'll see you guys in the next one when you see me. Shalom and peace.